So for tonight's discussion, we will be focusing on chapter 3 first, which talks about the effect of the contract when the thing sold has been lost. So this chapter 3, dili na siya chapter 3 sa bisag unsa ra nga libro, no, but this is chapter 3 of the sales gyud nga title din ha sa ato ang Civil Code of the Philippines. So again, chapter 3 talks about the effect of the contract when the thing sold has been lost. Although I also remember that we were able to discuss the effects kung mawala ang thing sold. I think we discussed this when we had our face-to-face discussion. No, so if you can recall, I actually drew a timeline of events wherein there is a perfection of the contract, there is delivery of the thing sold, and what happens if the thing sold has been lost at any point in time of the timeline. So, para ma-recall lang sa jud nato, no, if for example, wala mo ka ng written notes on that certain timeline that I was talking about. So, I have this timeline again. Okay, so this is the timeline of events wherein at this point in time is the perfection of the contract. So if you recall, when we speak, if you recall, we have repeatedly discussed no, that a contract of sale is a consensual contract. So being a consensual contract, it is perfected by mere meeting of the minds. Okay, so if there is meeting of the minds as to the object of the contract of sale and the price, then we can say that there is already perfection of the contract. Oh, by the way, if you are able to open your cameras, please also do so. So, para na ako'y makitaan nga mga naong diri sa ako ang screen. Okay. So perfection. So at this point in our timeline is our perfection na a meeting of the minds, si seller o si buyer. And at this point in the timeline refers to the delivery of the thing sold. So if in case the perfection and the delivery of the thing sold is not the same date. Let's say, for example, karon mo nagsabot, pero nag-agree mo nga ang delivery of the thing sold will be at a specific date in the future. So, sa ato ang timeline, we have this delivery. So, if you can picture this one out, this part of the timeline is the days before the perfection of the contract, right? And this point in the timeline, the next point in our timeline is the dates, ganin sila dinhi, mo na siya ang dates after the perfection of the contract but before delivery of the thing sold. So, why do we need to picture this one out? Because lahi-lahi man ang effects kung mawala ang thing, subject of the contract, depende kung kanus siya na wala. Okay? So, for example, if the thing sold is already lost before perfection of the contracts. So, before sila nag-agree, no, before na ay meeting of the minds between the seller and the buyer with regard to the objects of the contract of sale and the price of the thing to be sold, prior to this date, prior to the perfection, diri gyud nga point in time before perfection of the contract, the thing that is intended to be sold has already been lost. Diri pa lang daan, nawala na siya. So what is the effect of this fact? No, kung makibawta nga, ay nawala na day siya before pa lang na perfected ang contract. So the effect here is that the contract of sale is void, right? Because again, we have also repeatedly discussed that a contract of sale requires COC, right? Consent, object, and consideration. So, if before pa lang daan na ay perfection sa contracts, nagsabot sila nga naibaligya o naipaliton nga isa ka butang nga in the first place wala na din exist at this point in time, right? Because the thing has already been lost even before perfection. So, in that case, wala tay O sa ato ang COC. Since there is a missing element absent yun ang O, C, ra, no? So, wala O. Therefore, the contract is void. Okay? So, at this point in time, who do you think bears the risk of loss? So we follow the concept of res perit domino. So unsa kaninang res perit domino, the thing perishes with the owner. So pag kani pa lang daan before the perfection of the contract, if the thing to be sold is already lost, ang owner ani is the seller pa man, 'di ba? Kay wala pa gani perfection, wala pa say delivery. So at this point in our timeline, it is the seller who owns the thing. And when the thing was lost at this point in time, it is the seller who will bear the loss. Okay? Following the concept of res perit domino. Now, so clear na sa ato ang minds no unsay rule kung before perfection nawala ang thing sold. Okay. How about timingan yun at the time of the perfection of the contract of sale, the thing to be sold is lost, or if not lost, damaged na gyud siya. So, unsa man ang effect sa contracts? At the time of the perfection, at that specific point in time in our timeline, the object, the thing to be sold is already lost, like entirely lost or entirely damaged. So what is the effects sa ato ang contract of sale? Is the contract of sale valid or is it also void? Like the one that we have discussed na before perfection, the thing was lost. If it was lost at the time of perfection, so same effects. Okay? So same effect, the contract is also void because same gihapon nga reason, wala ang O sa COC. So since the O is absent, the O is lacking, then therefore the contract is void. Okay? Void siya if it is totally lost, if the thing was totally lost or totally damaged nga dili na gyud magamit. What if there was loss or there was damage, but the loss or damage was only partial? Okay, diri gyapon ta at the time of the perfection of the contract. If there is partial loss or partial damage, is it automatic nga void ang contract? The answer will be no. Okay, so if that happens, if the loss or if the damage is only partial, the buyer has an option whether to proceed with the contract or not to proceed with the contract anymore. Okay, so for example, if um if ang nahabilin nga undamaged or wala na lost nga bahin sa butang nga ilaon tatong ibaligya, if katong nahabilin enough na sa di buyer, acceptable ra ni buyer na okay ra ko ani, so he has the option to proceed with the contract. But since um there was partial damage or partial loss, it is also reasonable na ang price nga ilahang gisabutan will also be reduced, 'di ba? So for example, ang ilang gisabutan is for the whole man. Unya na discover man nila nga partially damaged di ay or partially lost. So and then the buyer opted to proceed with the contract. So in that case, the contract price will also be reduced proportionately. So kung pila ka porsyento ang wala na damage, unya gi-accept ni buyer nga okay ra ko ana. So in ana ra pod nga porsyento sa ilahang gisabutan nga price ang bayran ni buyer. Okay? So the buyer has two options if there is partial loss or partial damage. So ang first option niya is not to proceed with the contract anymore. If the buyer thinks nga dili niya magamit ang mahabilin kung wala to ang portion nga naguba. Okay? So the buyer can decide, no, can opt to cancel the contract na lang. I will not proceed anymore. Bahalag na ay nahabilin, I will not proceed anymore. So that is the first option of the buyer. But again, buyer has a second option Ang option niya is to proceed with the contract and ask the seller to deliver the partial o katong nahabilin nga undamaged or wala na wala nga bahin sa katong thing to be sold. Okay? So, kinsa man ang naay option to proceed? Is it the seller or the buyer? It is the buyer. Okay? So, ang magbuot si buyer. Kung ganahan ba siya mo padayon or dili. So, therefore, dili pwede si seller mamugos. Na, oy, napa ba nahabilin nga undamaged portion? Padayon, dapat ipadayon ni nato. No. So, the option is with the buyer and not the seller. So, again, the buyer can decide to cancel na lang the contract or the buyer can also decide to proceed with the contract. Okay? And again, if the buyer decides to proceed with the contract, then there shall be reduction of the total price. And the reduction will be proportionate to the portion pod nga wala ma-deliver or dili na ma-deliver because of loss or damage. Okay? So, kana siya nga option again is applicable if the loss or damage is only partial. Again, if the loss is total loss, wala na gyud nahabilin. At the time of the perfection of the contract shall be automatically void because lacking ang ato ang O for the COC. Okay? So clear na sa ato ang mind, no? Kaning nga points in time before perfection and perfection. So at this point, if there is total loss of the thing to be sold, who shall bear the risk of loss? Who shall bear the loss? Is it the seller or the buyer? It will still be the seller, okay? Because res perit domino, the thing perishes with the owner. At this point in time in our timeline, it is still the seller who owns the subject goods. And as the owner, okay, as the owner, he shall bear the risk of loss. So whatever happens to the subject of the thing, to the subject of the contract of sale, it is the seller who will bear the loss. Okay? Now, this time, after perfection, but before delivery. Okay. So, okay na, nahuman na ang ilang sabot. There is already meeting of the minds as to the subject matter and price of the contract of sale. And at this point in time, okay pasad ang subject matter. Walay nahitabo niya, walay damage, wala sad siya nawala. But ang ilang sabot, no, let's say i-deliver siya by December 25 baron, no, ni Pasko. But pending prior to the arrival of the date of delivery, something happened to the thing sold. Okay? So after perfection but before delivery. So let's say nagsabot mo karon November 22. Okay, nagsabot mo, perfection ninyo is November 22. But ang inyuhang stipulated date of delivery is December 25. Now, let's say pagkaugma dayon, nay nahitabo sa katong thing subject matter of the contract of sale, naguba siya or nawala siya. What will happen to the contracts? Okay. So first question, what is the status of the contract? Is the contract valid or void? What do you think? So the contract is valid, still valid, right? Because pag kaning time sa perfection sa contract ninyo, okay man tanan, wala may problema. So there is still a valid contract. Then the next question is, at this point in time, no, after perfection but before delivery, who shall bear the risk of loss? So kay nawala man kaha ang thing to be delivered on December 25, nawala man. Kinsa man ang mo bear sa risk of loss?
Seller attorney.
So, na answer seller. Why man seller? So are you still following the concept of res perit domino? The thing perishes with the owner? When you answered seller? So, no, so based diri sa chat no ni Sir Rizaler, okay. He still owns the property, so res perit domino. Okay, kay nga naman delivery transfers ownership man kaha, 'di ba? Delivery transfers ownership. There is only transfer of ownership when the thing is delivered already. But in this case, there is still no delivery, so it's still the seller who owns. But okay, mo na ni akong gi-point out last time. If you can still recall, ako ad ni siyang giingon. Sa kaninga portion, kaninga part sa ato ang timeline, special ang rule sa sales. Dili siya mo follow na sa res perit domino. Okay? So, naay special nga rule. Ang kana man kong concept of res perit domino, general concept magod siya sa civil code sa oblicon nato. But sales is a special contract. Okay, it has its own rules. If silent si sales about a certain matter, we follow oblicon. But if there is a specific provision in the sales yun nga title, okay, regarding a specific matter like this one, we shall follow it. Okay? So, under our law on sales, okay, if the thing is lost after perfection but before delivery, even though there is yet no transfer of ownership, because again, delivery transfers ownership, right? Diri pa man nga point in time na I transfer of ownership. But despite that, okay, it will be the buyer who will bear the loss. Okay? So it is the buyer who shall bear the loss. So kani siya, no, wala pa na-deliver, pero nawala man ang thing, subject of the contract of sale. So the obligation of the seller to deliver that thing is extinguished. The obligation of the seller to deliver the thing is extinguished. What happens to the obligation of the buyer to pay? Is it also extinguished? Answer is no. So therefore, since it is the buyer who shall bear the risk of loss at this point in our timeline, no, after perfection but before delivery, it is the buyer who bears the risk of loss. So if mawala siya, obviously if mawala siya, din agyud na mahatod ni seller, no? So the seller's obligation to deliver the thing is extinguished. So wala nay obligasyon si seller, pero naapay obligasyon si buyer. So the buyer still has to pay for the price of the thing subject of the contract of sale. So nagets na to. Okay, di ba murag daghan na siya og kanina yung question. Attorney, if nag-order ko sa Shopzada, then okay na ang transaction but upon delivery kina-damage ang item tungod sa baha sa bagagtina, can I demand or ask for refund ni seller or sa carrier? So damage na siya daan before. Okay, later we will discuss no delivery unsa may effect ang delivery of the thing to the carrier. Okay, ato nang i-discuss dito. But here, ato lang, it must be clear in our minds na special. So, dili siya mo follow sa rule sa res perit domino. Basta after perfection. Okay? So, it is the buyer who shall bear the risk of loss. But that is if the cause of the damage or the cause of the loss is not the seller himself. The seller is not guilty of anything, right? Like fortuitous event, wala may kanang control si seller ana. So, if mawala siya tungod sa baha, tungod sa bagyo, no, wala may control, dili man na sa fault ni seller. So, the buyer shall bear the loss. So, the seller will only bear the loss at this point in time if he is the cause of the loss. Um, if he is guilty of negligence nga, wan nga taro nga og kanang amping ang butang pending delivery, then he shall bear the risk of loss. If in that case, he is liable to deliver to the buyer a thing that is of the same kind and of the same quality of that original thing nga nawala. Okay? So what other instances when the seller is obliged to replace the thing sold, or when is um what are the other circumstances wherein we can say that the seller shall bear the risk of loss? So that mo to ang first nga example na if sala niya nga nung nawala or naguba. Second, if the seller incurs delay. Okay. For example, here, the original delivery nga sabot is December 25. But niabot na lang og December 26. Wala pa niya gihapon gi-deliver. So wala pa actual delivery of the thing sold. So, and let's say while in delay, no, while the seller is guilty of delay or default, the thing was lost. Regardless of the reason, bisan pa og fortuitous event na siya. Basta kay naka-incur na og delay si seller, then he shall bear the risk of loss. What else? If the seller promises the same thing to two or more persons, like in the case of double sale, okay? So guilty si seller of promising to deliver that same thing to two or more different persons. In that case, if the thing is lost after perfection but before delivery, even though the cause of the loss is a fortuitous event, the seller shall also bear the risk of loss. Okay? Okay. How about after delivery diri? Sa unahan pag yun. So na-deliver na, and then pag human og deliver, the thing that was subject of the contract of sale was lost. So who shall bear the risk of loss this time? So this time, it is the buyer who shall bear the risk of loss. And unsa man natong basis, balik na pud ta sa res perit domino. Because at this point in time, when delivery was actually made to the buyer, therefore, the ownership over the thing sold has already been transferred to the buyer. So si buyer na ang owner kung naanay delivery. And since he is the owner, then go back to the concept of res perit domino, the thing perishes with the owner. So if something happens um to the thing after delivery, then it shall be on the account of the buyer na. So dili siya pwede mo ingon ni seller nga, oy ilis dito kay nawala kay gikawat. Okay, so dili na pwede because there has already been delivery. So upon delivery, the ownership of the thing is already transferred to the buyer, and since si buyer na ang owner, then he shall bear the risk of loss. Okay? So atong isum up sa ato ang timeline. Res perit domino jud siya always, right? Except sa kaninga parts. Okay? Except sa kaninga part. After perfection but before delivery. Because even though the buyer at this point, no, kani siya nga portion, even though the buyer is not yet the owner of the thing sold because there is yet no delivery, he shall bear the risk of loss. The buyer shall bear the risk of loss. Okay? So, I hope clear na siya sa ato ang minds. Okay, so that's it for chapter 3. Effect daw kung mawala ang thing to be sold. So, clear na siya sa ato ang mind, ha? So, we now go to chapter 4. This is the chapter for the obligations of the vendor or the seller. So what are the obligations of the vendor or the seller? So here are the general obligations of the seller. So the first one is to preserve the thing. To preserve, if ang inyuhang date of perfection lahi sa inyuhang date of delivery, like atong example ganiha, nagsabot mo na perfected ang inyong contract of sale November 22. Pero ang inyong sabot nga i-deliver siya is December 25. Dugay pa, di ba? Lapas pa og isa ka month. So while wala pa ang date of delivery, the seller or the vendor is obligated to preserve the thing. Okay? Dili abig kay nabaligyan naman din ako, wala na koy pakian ni ay kay anyway, na-close naman ako ang sale. Dili pwede na ang thinking ni seller, okay? Because the seller is still obligated to preserve the thing. What else? What is the other obligation of the seller? The obligation to deliver the thing sold. To deliver the thing sold. So kung nagsabot mo, kung kano sa inyo i-deliver, then kinahanglan tumanon jud nimo nga kanang adlaw imong i-deliver ang thing nga imong gibalikya and to transfer ownership of the thing sold. So, obligado ka nga ibalhin gyud nimo ang ownership kay imo man kang gibaligya. So sa kana pa lang intention nimo nga imong ibaligya, dapat willing ka to let go, di ba? Let go na nimo ang ownership sa kana nga property nga imong gibaligya. Okay? So when it comes to the preservation of the thing, unsa man ang ato ang kanang level of preservation. So, ato alang is diligence of a good father of a family. Okay? So, mora na siya ang standard care. Unlike sa ato ang kanang transpo, 'di ba? Kung transport kanang contract of transportation, no? Ang ato ang standard of care is extraordinary diligence. But dinhi sa contract of sale, diligence lang of a good father of a family. So unsa man ka maampingon ang isa ka papa nga maayo nga papa sa isa ka pamilya. Okay? So mao na siya. To deliver the thing sold, so delivery can be physical or actual delivery, or it can also be constructive or legal delivery. So when we speak of physical or actual delivery, kana yung usual natong buhaton no nga inyon yung ihatod or ihatag yun ninyo physically. For example, cellphone ang inyong gibaligya. So kuptan ninyo ang cellphone ug inyong ihatag niya. Okay? Unya naghatag nimo niya, buhian nimo. No? Lain sad kay di nimo buhian. So kinahanglan na joy physical or actual transfer of the thing to, sold. But that is the first way. No? There is also what we call constructive or legal delivery. So if there are certain kanang mga butang nga imong ibaligya pero dili siya capable of physical delivery kay dili mo siya maipot, no? Because for physical or actual delivery, most of the time mga movable thing ni siya. Okay? Kay mabalhin gini mo, ma-move gini mo siya physically. But for those immovables or let's say mga incorporeal things, those that you cannot see, let's say mga trademark, patents, shares of stock, those are invisible things, right? So, di man pwede na, uy, mamaligya ko ni mong shares of stock, ang kaning share na ko sa Corporation A, ako na lang nang ibaligya nimo kay di na ako ganahan ma-shareholder. So, di man pwede nimo kuhaon sa hangin niya, imong ihatag niya, di ba? So, dili siya pwede physical or actual delivery. So, arita sa constructive or legal delivery. Okay? So, unsa man ang mga examples ana niya. So, constructive or legal delivery can be by traditio symbolica. Dili na siya tradition, ha? Tradition, because traditio is I would like to say Spanish or Latin word. No, no. Latin word for delivery. Okay, so traditio symbolica. So from the term itself, no, symbolic delivery. Symbolic delivery, for example, by the execution of a public instrument, no. Naghimo jud mo deed of absolute sale and then notarized yun before a notary public. So that can be considered as a symbolic act of delivering a property, the property subject of the sale to the buyer. Okay? But take note ha, when it comes to the execution of public instrument, kung may public instrument, that means sinuwatan nga under oath. ginotaryuhan, okay? So when it comes to the execution of a public instrument, it can only be treated as a symbolic delivery only when there is a mo siya coupled by the fact that the actual thing sold is also placed to the control of the vendor. Okay? So, dili siya I mean, dili ra siya by the mere act of executing a public instrument. Ano na, not vendor, vendi, buyer, no? So, at the same time, pag-execute daw nimo sa inyong public instrument, kinahanglan sa tinud-anay jud nahitabo behind the papers, kay gihatagan sa jud nimo og control si buyer sa subject matter of the contract of sale. Okay? Because if there is execution of a public instrument, but if the vendor refuses to transfer the control of the said property to the buyer, then we cannot say that there is delivery. Okay? So again, execution of a public instrument alone nga walay kauban nga pag-transfer sa control of the thing subject of the sale, dili nato siya pwede i-consider as a constructive or legal delivery. So dapat execution of the public instrument plus control. Okay? So dapat na siya plus control. Okay, what is another example aside from the execution of a public instrument? Another example of a traditional symbolic or symbolic delivery. For example, if the thing sold was inside a warehouse, baron, okay, or na storage area. But if you deliver the keys to the warehouse, or if you deliver the keys to that storage area, na if ang key lang ang imong i-deliver, imong ihatag ni buyer, then that is considered as a symbolic delivery. So that satisfies the obligation of the seller to deliver the thing sold. Okay. Next one is tradisyo longa mano. Okay. So this takes place when the vendor or the seller merely points to the thing sold. Okay. I-point lang daw niya ang thing sold, and after that, the control and the disposal of the thing sold is already transferred to the vendee. Okay. So by mere pointing, longa mano, okay, long, layo, no? Or i-point lang nimo longa mano by pointing to the thing sold. Okay? So, pag point na nimo sa thing sold, adito kato siya, oh, that is already considered daw as delivery, constructive or legal delivery. By mere pointing, mo na siya si longa mano. Okay, next kind of constructive or legal delivery is traditio brevi mano. Okay, this happens when the vendor has already the possession of the thing sold and continues to hold the possession thereof under a title of ownership. Example. Example daw, when the lessor sells the thing leased to the lessee. So, sa una, nagrenta ra ka. Let's say, nagrenta ra ka sa imuhang balay. Pero kadugayan niingon man imong lessor nga, ibaligya na lang jud na nako nimo kay dugay naman sad ka dinha nagrent good, ako na lang nang ibaligya nimo. So, naa na daan ni buyer ang possession of the thing subject of the contract of sale. But ang iha lang possession before was in another concept. Ang kato siya nga original niya nga possession is through a contract of lease. The buyer being the lessee. But this time, since they already executed a contract of sale, si lessor, gibaligya na lang niya nimo, ikaw si lessee, gibaligya na lang niya nimo ang balay, then naa na nimo daan, di ba? Kay nag-rent good ka din ha. So, it is like automatically delivered to you. So that is traditio brevi mano. So, naana nimo daan ang possession of the thing to be sold, but it was originally possessed under a different capacity. Okay, but after the execution of the contract of sale, you still possess it, but now as an owner, not anymore a lessee. Okay? So, muna siya si traditio brevi manu. Then we have quasi-trad na nabo awan sayop na pud ko ingon bitaw kog dili tradition giduka siguro kapag type ani. So quasi-tradition na siya ha, ayaw na butang gikan. Quasi-tradition or quasi-delivery. So this is a kind of delivery that refers to in